How's it going, everybody? I'm Alex.
And I'm Nicole.
You're listening to Manhattan Bound. Stand clear of the closing doors, please, because today is a special day. This is the first pilot episode of our new podcast. We're going to be talking about, on our pods, about art and business and fashion and things of that nature, and about our personal lives. So there's probably going to be something for everybody. But to start things off, we're going to have a Q&A for each other as the two co-hosts, that you guys can, have a good introduction to who we are. And
get to know us a little bit on a personal level.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to start things off. So we're both going to answer this. Just give an introduction to who you are, what you do,
Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm Nicole, obviously, and I'm a college student. I'm a freshman in college at the moment. And I'm also a flight school student because I'm training to be a pilot, because I do want to be a pilot for my profession as well. I do modeling, and I just kind of do everything. I'm on YouTube, I do my Instagram, I'm on Twitch, I'm on here now. I'm just all over the place. But you know what? I like that. I like being kind of everywhere at the same time. And I love traveling. That's like a huge thing about me, is that I've been almost everywhere in Europe, which is really fun.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty big thing too. You've traveled a lot.
I have. I'm Greek also. I can't believe I didn't mention that. I'm very Greek.
How old are you?
I'm 19 years old. It was just my birthday, right on December 4th.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. My turn now.
It's your turn now.
Excuse me.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
Now that the big man's talking, I am Alex. I'm a 17-year-old high school dropout, first of all. Second of all, I don't have a job or much money.
No.
Obviously no education, but
Zero.
I do have what other people don't.
Absolutely nothing.
All right. I'll just leave it there. I'm just a deadbeat. Anyways, go ahead. No, that's not true. I have a lot of drive, a lot of commitment, and I am obsessed with the idea of entrepreneurship, and I have a lot of sort of ideas, but I wouldn't call myself a creative person. I'd call myself somebody that just wants to sort of organize people, and somebody that wants to sort of lead people in sort of like where I imagine a potential future to be, I guess you could say. Definitely, I
agree with that.
Like, I'm a very visionary person in terms of like a setting.
Yep.
And how I picture like everything to be, but not in a creative way, you know what I mean?
No, I'm the creative person in this team. That's me.
She's very creative, yeah.
That is me, yes. Okay, so how would you want to do these questions? Do you want to, I ask one, you answer, then you ask one and I answer, or do you want to just go through it and like?
Sure. We'll start with the rock paper scissors. How about that?
We can't even flip. Don't have a coin to flip a coin.
No, I don't have a coin.
Okay, fine. Rock,
I just
paper,
told
scissors.
you I don't have any money.
Right. Let's do it.
It's a
rock, paper, scissors, and shoot.
Hold on. Is there a Greek rock paper scissors?
No.
There's no Greek. You can't translate.
So.
All right, then translate it, and we'll say that. What's rock? What's rock in Greece? In Greek?
No, we're just doing simple rock, paper, scissors for the love of God, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do Rochambeau then. Let's do Rochambeau.
What the hell's a Rochambeau?
It's rock, paper, scissors.
And what?
On bow. So Rochambeau. Okay?
Why can't we just do rock, paper, scissors?
Shh.
Okay.
Rochambeau. Rochambeau.
What?
Rochambeau. Rochambeau. Alright, I won.
What's that?
You're gonna ask the first question is what's gonna happen here.
Okay. I'm gonna ask the first.
You're gonna ask the first question, yeah, because I don't want to go first. I'm interested in what you wrote.
Great. All right. Well, I've got my own question sheet right here. Here's mine. Super short and sweet, to the point. Alex's is more of an essay, but it's fine.
Go ahead.
So, I'm sure everybody wants to know here, why did you drop out of high school, Alex?
Oh, of course, that's your first question. It's probably everybody else's first question.
Yeah, it is. I'm sure it is.
Okay, I'll try to dumb it down, and then maybe in later pods. Get further into it. But essentially, I had a sort of self-destructive mental breakdown for 2 months straight in 9th grade. I was caught up on work or not caught up. I was not caught up on work. I was behind on work. Yeah. I was not caught up. I was behind on a lot of schoolwork in 9th grade. I was like, let me just not go to school so that I could finish all of it. And then at the time, I guess I wasn't mentally sort of right in the head.
Absolutely not.
Right. I was a bit antisocial. I had a lot of... Look, all right? My sort of idea of like talking to people, it was a scary thing. Which I don't feel that scared of anymore generally. But at the time I was like, let me skip. I did, and then I was like, what are people gonna think? I'm worried. It turned to a mental loop. I locked myself in my room, blah blah blah. Long story short, I skipped 2 straight months of school, failed all my classes, skipped summer school, skipped 10th grade. I was like, I'm gonna just not go to school.
So you took the easy way out. Alrighty. Your turn now.
That's what some might say.
Mm-hmm.
I say I took the brave way out.
No.
I took the brave way out.
No.
That's what I did. It was a brave thing.
No,
Yeah, it was. Are you content with my answer there?
I am content with your answer, yes.
Okay.
Good job.
It's probably the best thing I've ever done, to be honest. It was the craziest point in my life because I felt like my whole world was falling apart, but looking back on it, it was the best thing I could have ever done.
Okay.
And your other questions would probably, I'd probably get into it with whatever the hell you're gonna ask me next.
Okay.
So my first question to you is, what if you were a comic book?
Oh God.
If you were a comic book,
Yeah.
like written by Marvel,
Oh.
except they aren't trying to make you a superhero or whatever.
Oh no! Now you just ruined it.
If you were a comic book, what would your origin story
What
be?
would my origin story be?
Yes, if your life how it is now, were a comic book.
Well,
what would be your
everyone.
origin story? Like, what sculpted you?
Well, obviously, you guys know I'm Greek because I mentioned it about maybe 50 times already. But, of course, I'm guessing if I was in the Marvel universe, I would also...
Not okay, all right. Forget I said Marvel. You get my question. If your life was what sculpted you? What made you? What are some different things that were part of your life that made you into who you are?
Okay, so let's move on to DC then, okay? If I was in the DC universe...
What? Okay.
Or any universe, I feel like I would have been born on the Mascara, where Wonder Woman was born.
What in the fuck are you talking? You weren't born in the Mascara. What?
Shh, I'm not...
Your life right now.
Yeah, I'm not done yet.
This world.
I understand. But you said if I was a comic book character.
No, oh my God. If your life, the life that already happened was a comic book.
Yeah.
Where they had to flesh out the key moments in your life that made you who you are as a character, what would they be?
Oh, those are very depressing moments, though.
Oh my God.
But I don't want that, you see. Like, can I make up my own origin story?
No, because there's going to be like Wonder Woman, yay.
I would be an Amazonian woman, yes. Is that a bad thing? I don't think so.
Okay, you know what? Forget the question. Just ask your next question. Oh my God, I'm losing it. Just ask your next question.
No, wait, I can do this. Stop
Okay,
it.
go ahead.
What was the question again? If I was a comic book character, right?
I've never dealt with anyone dumber. In my entire
No. If my life was a comic book, what would be my trivial moments?
Let me stop sitting like this. I look like a freaking gremlin.
Okay, so I guess if my life was a comic book, I definitely would have to say is when I was younger and I first came into the United States after my family moved to Greece. So I was born here in the US, then moved to Greece, and then moved back here to the US. But I had my kind of childhood, like my early childhood in Greece. So moving here was like such a big shock, like a cultural shock to me in so many ways. I was very tall when I was little. I'm very tall. I'm a very tall woman.
I'm taller.
He's taller.
I'm taller. Go ahead. No.
I'm 5'10" and a half.
I'm 5 foot something higher than that. Go ahead.
And I was really tall as a kid. I had my growth spurt early. So I used to be like made fun of a lot for my height, and like also I had a really thick Greek accent, but you know.
Ito pitala me temo. Ito lo siako me temo.
You see, like that, I would be made fun of like that. Exactly like that. So, imagine me at like 7.
Figgies.
Okay. I can't even speak.
Hey, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Like, imagine me at like around 6, 7 years old having to deal with that, and also getting this scar on my neck was a big moment because I wasn't born with this. It wasn't when I was born I already had this. No, I actually got sick and I ended up getting this. So I was around 8 when I got this on my neck. So I have to say that was a big moment too, because it was I didn't want to go outside when I was little. I was so scared, like what you said, of what people might say to me about it, because to me it looked so ugly. So
Gotcha.
that was a big moment. Really, like stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, you were a little kid. I'm sure something like that is like.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're gonna be nervous about it.
It was very nerve-wracking, and honestly, the first time I saw all my friends after I got this was at my best friend at the time pool birthday party. So imagine just a bunch of little like 7-year-olds at a birthday party asking me, "What's wrong with your neck?" Like all 21 of them.
And like you're also like what, 8, 9 or something?
I was 7. I was 7
you're
years
7
old.
as well.
Everyone was 7, yeah. So I was older. I was one of the older kids in school, but yeah, imagine like 21 people coming at you, being like, "Hey, what's wrong with you?" It's a bit.
That doesn't
scary.
sound fun.
No.
Yeah, that sounds probably the opposite of fun.
No, it was awful. It was absolutely awful. But my mom like taught me to be really confident in myself.
That's good. Yeah.
So
clearly you're a model.
Yeah. So I've always been very confident and sure of myself, even when I was little. So I just stood and said, "I just got sick."
Man, fuck them. Yeah. That's what you said.
Sure.
Oh, it's your turn now?
My turn now.
Oh, yeah, it is your turn now.
Yes. Alrighty. What are your goals for the next 5 years, and where do you think you would be?
Hold on, I'm seeing colors. I'm seeing green.
God,
Bills.
Okay,
Bills.
so Alex
Bills.
apparently thinking in
Bills.
5 years he's just going to be a billionaire.
What I see in my future is a lot of money,
A lot of money.
because I see myself just working to the bone. That is what I see myself. I want to be.
Except he doesn't want to get a job. Okay.
I don't want to get a job. I don't want to get a job.
Want to get a
I don't want
job.
to get it. Listen.
Don't get that mixed up. This boy right here doesn't want to get a job.
I don't want to get a job. What I want to do, I mean, technically, look, I do want to model, so that counts as a job, right?
Sure.
Okay. Like if I'm working for an agency, that counts as a job.
Yes.
It's just not a
I pay my taxes. It's a job. It's a job.
It's just I don't want to work a traditional job. Is
He
what
doesn't
I've
want to work a
always.
tradition. So no 9 to 5 for Alex.
No 9 to 5 for Alex.
Forget that.
Forget
it ain't
it.
happening.
I'm allergic to it. If I see that at the dinner table, just shoving it aside.
Shoving it aside.
Shoving it aside. I'm not having my collard greens.
No.
Right? I'm having my money greens.
Okay.
Because I cannot stand the idea of waking up on that scale. That's what school was, kind of.
Yeah, basically.
And I dropped out of school, so what do you expect from me? Well, like I'm obviously not going to go back to that sort of.
Got you.
Like
so
setting.
So 5 years from now, you are hoping to have a lot of money.
Anyways, 5 years. No, next
Okay.
year even. I live in East Brooklyn. I want to move to West Brooklyn.
He wants to get out of East
because
Brooklyn.
I want to be closer to Manhattan.
Closer to Manhattan. We all want to get to Manhattan.
We all want to get close.
Okay.
Listen, we're Manhattan bound.
We are Manhattan bound. That is the goal, guys. Okay? that is the goal. It's for us to be able to make it to Manhattan. That is what we're trying to get here. If you guys are wondering what the goal of this podcast is, there it is. That's it.
There.
That's basically it.
Yes.
That is what we want to do.
The thing is that I wanna be there. I wanna live there right soon.
Me
because
too.
because I'm gonna be an adult soon.
I was about to get a 70-foot square apartment. I think square foot apartment. Like I think it was like 70 to 90.
It was an 80 square foot
80
apartment.
square foot apartment for $1,000
a month.
A month, okay? I was about to do it. No kitchen and no bathroom, but I was gonna do it.
Yeah, that was a legitimate thing. I went there and
Yeah.
I FaceTimed Nicole while the guy was touring the apartment.
It was so small, but I was gonna do it. I was gonna do it just to get there, just to freaking get and say, "Yep, I live in Manhattan."
Right, but that's the thing.
did it.
That's why I still want to be in Brooklyn. It's a pretty expensive area still, but here's the thing. I want to be there, and you're asking a million questions, right? But look, I'm just telling you what like it's not just living there in terms of an ambition for me. It's also being busy enough in my life and what I'm doing. I like the busyness aspect to be working on enough things for me to be like, okay, it's definitely a good choice and it's more convenient for me and myself and my life and what I'm doing if I go closer to Manhattan and if I'm in this area rather than that area. I want to be able to say it's a good choice for me to move here.
Yeah, I could definitely say, like, if you want to move to Manhattan, personally for me, like, a big reason I'd be moving to Manhattan is because that's, like, a huge fashion capital. Before Corona, I used to be in the city almost every other day, just modeling. And me coming from New Jersey, like, literally taking the train, taking the car, whatever, an hour into the city, then taking the subway. Like, yeah, I would have to get up really early. Like, if there was an early show, like, we're talking a noon fashion show, like a fashion show that started around noon, like, they would need the models there about maybe 3 hours in advance, right? So, like, I would have to be there, like 9 in the morning. I'd have to get up around, like, 7:30 in the morning and catch the train, catch another train, and get to where I need to be. Yeah. Which is exhausting if you're also doing high school, and I was at the time.
So you're talking about, like, in terms of commute, it would obviously be a lot more convenient for you.
Yeah, it would be. It would be so much more convenient.
And now you live in Florida.
I live in Florida now. You know, we just threw that out of the freaking window.
We'll get into it more later. It's part of one of my questions. But,
yeah.
So that's, if you're asking in the next 5 years, right? Mm-hmm. So just to introduce everybody to Pine Street, which is one of the reasons why this podcast is a thing as well, so that we could sort of in the background also promote what me and Nicole are doing. What?
Let me get the sweater.
You can go get the sweater. Go get the sweater.
I'll go get it. Do you guys like my outfit, by the way? Cute, right?
Anyways, so in the background to sort of promote Pine Street, which is it's like an ongoing project for us to create a clothing brand. And this is one of our sweaters.
This is one of the OG collections. And this one is something that Alex drew. Alex drew this. And this is a family favorite, okay? So my family loves this design. My family especially. Like, all of my cousins, my aunts and uncles really love this one.
It also mentions it's on a Champion sweater. It's a
good sweater. I love wearing it. I wear it all the time personally, and I always get compliments on it. And they're like, "Where'd you get it?" And I'm like, Pine Street.
Yeah, this is from when we first had our website up around half a year ago or something. It was around a year ago.
Yeah.
Probably. Oh my god. A year ago because the pandemic would lasted. Yeah. It's been a while.
With our shirts, we were about to get some really good sales, but then the pandemic happened because you were about to have a booth up.
Yes, I was. I was about to go in front of my high school that I used to went to because there was a lot of sort of traction being built up.
6,000 kids went to his high school. 6,000! Can you believe it?
Yes.
10-floor building.
And there was traction. There was word about what was happening, what I was going to do. My friends were going to help me.
Yeah.
We were going to have
I was going to skip school to be there. Mm-hmm. I was going to run. It's been like, high school.
Anyways, we're going to talk about our goal with the brand in our next episode of the podcast and all that stuff. But this is definitely something that me and Nicole are working on. Where it's ongoing. We just finished getting our, what's it called, certificate of existence or something from the New York State. So we're officially an LLC and all that stuff. And
we are a company.
We'll get into it later, but I want to get into modeling. Mm-hmm. I want to make YouTube videos.
You saw how much fun I was having with modeling and you were like, why not?
Yeah, I was like, why not? I mean, I actually even considered modeling even when I was younger before I even met you.
Yeah.
Because I just liked when my friends took pictures of me and I looked nice.
Yeah.
I was like, imagine if this was a professional thing. You know what I mean? So, I don't know how good I look on this camera, but
no, I don't.
I'm confident in myself and my looks and what I can do, and I don't have social anxiety in a way where it's people looking at me. I have social anxiety in a way where it's actually speaking because I'm afraid of stuttering and I'm afraid of because I'm not used to talking with strangers in general. But
I'm the complete opposite. I just don't care.
One of the reasons I would want to get into it actually is because I want to like get rid of that sort of fear.
I understand. I remember I took you to one of my castings back in February.
I went to one of Nicole's castings, and it was probably the most horrible thing in the planet for me.
Sorry.
Literally.
I'm sorry.
I was probably in my least attractive state because, oh my god, I had the worst haircut.
It was awful.
I'll put it up. I'll pull it up on the video here when I edit it.
Bad. It was so bad.
I
should pull up some of my model photos too.
Dog shit haircut, and then
It was bad.
I was wearing a tank top under your recommendation. I was wearing a tank top. Nobody else in that casting was wearing a tank top, and I looked so off. It was just everything was horrible. But anyways, I want to work on the brand. I want to work on Pine Street, right? I want to do anything on the side in terms of maybe partnering up with anybody I'm losing it.
It's okay.
Partnering up with anybody that I know in terms of, or like reaching out to people for opportunities to do like video editing or things like that, because I'm good with like Adobe software. I try to be. I'm like learning.
Yeah, you're pretty good at it.
And let's see, what else was I planning for myself? I was on Robinhood for a bit.
Yeah, I told you to check out the stock market.
That didn't go well though. That didn't go fantastic, but I learned a lot.
You did learn a lot, which is a good thing. You won't make those mistakes again.
And yeah, so there's just generally a lot of stuff. Like I want to get into game deving. You know, I want to learn. I want to do a whole bunch of stuff. I want to get my social media up. This podcast right now, we're doing this for Pine Street, and what I'm going to do with this even for all of you listening is I'm going to take this, I'm going to make clips of it, put it on Instagram, Twitter. Nicole's going to blog the transcripts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're going to suck all the milk out of this cow.
Yeah, we're just going to
with our raw lips.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about it on my Twitch, YouTube, everything.
We could even stream the podcast in the future.
That's
rather
true.
than recording it when we get more used to the rhythm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I plan on being in West Brooklyn, and from there just continuing down any path that I make for myself when I get there. It's not a solid.
I'm content with your answer.
Okay, thank you.
Cool.
Awesome. It's my turn now.
Yeah, it is your turn.
It is my turn. So, question numero dos. You grew up in Greece for part of your childhood.
I did, yeah.
And you're very proud about...
Extremely.
She's very proud about her Greek origin, her culture, her family. Do you think that sort of background and the values that were sort of passed down to you or anything like that, or your culture, do you think any of that has helped you with your career or anything that you do in your day-to-day life?
Absolutely. That is something that has helped me, especially because we believe like when you start something, you finish it. You don't stop in the middle of it.
Okay.
And you have to take things like if you like with my modeling especially, like I take it very seriously. I'm like I am here to work and do the best I can possibly do as a model and make sure that when these designers, these producers, whatever of the show go back to my agency or talk to other people, like, and if my name comes up, it would always be a good thing. You do not want to ruin your name.
Yeah.
You do not want to ruin your name at all. That's a huge thing in Greek culture, is that if your name is ruined, like if there's something bad on your name, that's it. You're done. You're done. That's it. Just go. It's like nobody would take you seriously. No one would respect you. So it's a huge thing about respect and also respecting myself to do even like the best I can possibly do. And I always have done so great in all my shows, and I've gotten like the best reviews from the designers. They've wanted to work with me again, which is great. And especially with Pine Street, I want to put my 100% in this so we can succeed. And that's the big thing, is that like Greeks love to succeed. Like especially like the 300, man, they did not stop. They didn't stop until they were dead. And then the other guy ran all the way to Athens and was like, I'm not done, let me just say this one more thing and then I can die. They coming. And then he died in his piece.
Okay.
So, you know.
Okay, you're kind of sidetracking a bit, but I get
anyway.
what you're saying. So you're basically saying that you have the courage and the power of 300 men in your hearts is what you're saying. Okay. All right, good. That's really good. For me personally, I'd say no. Anyways, go ahead with your next question.
Honestly, you have more Greek culture in you
than Dominican.
Because
Yeah.
I have just shoved it at you. I have shoved it so hard at you, like it's ridiculous.
I meant to do that. Look at my muscles. Go ahead.
What food do you think you would be?
Hold on, put the paper down while you read. All right. Didn't you ever learn when you present?
If you were a food, Alex Batista was a food.
Why are you? Oh my God! I should have known that you were gonna ask me like BuzzFeed questions. Is what you're asking me.
What food would you be?
I'd be an eggplant.
An eggplant?
I'd be a fucking eggplant.
I said food, not just one thing. Like food, a dish. Like a dish.
That's such a stupid fucking question.
Okay, you know what? If I was a dish.
Yeah, go ahead. If you were
I was
a
a
dish.
dish, okay. I would be if you guys have ever gone to the Sugar Factory
Oh,
or Juniors, I would be the Empire milkshake, or I would be the Sugar Factory, like that huge drink you get with like all the crazy stuff coming out, you know, like all of that sugar, because I feel like I'm a very exciting person, so like, and I'm really tall, so you know what?
Yeah.
I would definitely say the Empire milkshake would be me, because it's sweet and super tall. It's a huge milkshake.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Okay, you know what? What would you be? You know what I think he would be? He would just
What?
be a lonely Capri salad, okay? A Capri salad.
What's a Capri salad?
The most boring salad.
What's in
You'd
it?
be spinach, okay?
What's
You'd
in
be
it?
spinach
Okay.
with lemon, because you're also sour. You just spinach and lemon. The end.
Listen, it's a really weird question. I'm sorry I don't go on BuzzFeed articles.
He'll be spinach
Literally.
with lemon. You'll be horta, okay? Horta.
Did you just call me a whore?
No. Horta me lemoni, which you guys, if any Greeks are
Did
listening,
you just call me a whore baloney?
that basically means your greens with lemon on top, okay?
Okay, so you're saying that because I watch my health very carefully, blah blah blah. I get it. I'm heavy into fitness.
Not even at all.
Anyways,
it's because
you
you're
know
the
what?
way you are.
Let me answer your question. It'd be a double Belgian chocolate chip chocolate ice cream from Haagen-Dazs
No, you would not.
if it was a dessert.
That is a lie.
Or it would be the dairy-free chocolate chip chocolate ice cream with pieces of chocolate fudge in it as well.
You're not.
From Haagen-Dazs.
Nope. Not even close.
I'm just listing my favorite desserts
I know.
because I feel like that's what you did.
I did not.
Anyways, I'm gonna ask my question now.
Go ahead.
Because oh my god.
God.
You know what, you're right. It was an amazing question. I'm happy you're here to be my
You're in my
co-interviewer.
house. You're in my house. This is my house, by the way.
You're doxing yourself. People are gonna know. They're like, oh my god, I've seen that door before online on Zillow. And then they're gonna hunt you down and murder you in your sleep.
Oh no.
What is it about New York City that you love so much, and how different is it from anywhere that you have lived before? Also, list the places that you've lived before.
Well, I've lived in Hackensack, and then after Hackensack, so I was born in Hackensack. Okay. Born in Hackensack.
Where's Hackensack? Don't
Jersey.
Okay.
New Jersey, baby. Born in Jersey, Hackensack University Medical Center. A lot of people were born there, most of my family. And then after that, I moved over to Greece, and I was in Sparti, Magula, in Athens for a bit. And after that, I moved to Florida. I was in Florida. We moved to Florida. We were at Clearwater.
Okay.
Clearwater, you know, a lot of Greeks live there. And then after that, moved back to Hackensack in Jersey.
Okay. That's awesome.
After that, there's more. I moved to Westwood, which is also in New Jersey. And after Westwood, I moved to Chatham.
So where Nicole loves not answering my questions. It's the craziest thing sometimes.
I'm not done.
I swear to God.
I moved to Chatham. biggest mistake my mother ever made. And then after Chatham, we ended up moving to Florida because of COVID, the whole situation. We ended up getting stuck here. We kind of stayed, but whatever. What's so different about New York?
Why do you love New York City so much, and how different is it from anywhere that you've already lived?
Right. Okay. Give me a second.
Oh yeah, no, think about it. Yeah, no. Go ahead. Sorry, you ran out of like filler fucking shit to say. Your brain just malfunctioned.
No! You're making me laugh. Okay, what I love about New York City is that I love how there's like a taste of like modern and then also like the past, because there's so many buildings in New York that are just so absolutely
So you like the history?
beautiful.
I'm sorry. It was what?
Beautiful.
That's awesome. So you like the history?
Yes, I love the history of New York.
Go ahead.
One of my favorite movies is Gangs of New York. It's great. I recommend. I love the history. I love how literally I can walk outside, okay, at 3 a.m, and I would see things happening. Like, things would still be happening in New York.
Does it remind you of Greece? That detail? That
detail, yes. If I wake up 3 a.m, I want to go get food, I can in Greece. I can't do that in Jersey. Everything would be closed. Which is nice.
Okay, so yeah, so you like the history, you like the
I feel like New York is so glamorous. In some like ways, it's just such a glamorous place to me. Like, especially like you guys, everyone knows The Great Gatsby, 2 eggs of Long Island. Like, come on.
The eggs of Long Island?
It's like West Egg and East Egg. You have not read The Gatsby, have you?
I'm sorry, people put eggs around Long Island?
Okay, whatever. Listen. Super glamorous. Okay, there's still speakeasies from the 1920s there, which is really cool. There's a lot of history, and just like you can if you live in like the older buildings, like somebody from like the 20s or like lived there also, like none of them have been taken down, which is just, I love that about New York, that it still keeps its history, which is really nice. Rockefeller Center is beautiful. Oh, especially during Christmas, the entire city is magical.
Yeah.
During Christmas, Saks Fifth Avenue does an amazing window display. Absolutely phenomenal. I really recommend you check it out. It's so beautiful. This year, I don't know what happened with the tree. Like, the tree itself got corona.
Okay.
At Rockefeller. It's fine.
All right, so you're talking about, you like the history, you like looking around, being like, my ancestors could have lived here, whatever. You like the whole bing bang boom.
I mean, my
everything's
dad,
loud, everybody's active.
My dad's first thing that he did when he moved here, when he was in his 20s, he was like 21, I think, when he first moved to America from Greece. He opened up a restaurant in New York, and I know exactly where it is. I can go to it. So, like, he opened up his first little restaurant there, and that is how my dad started making money, is from New York. So it means a lot to me, like, to go there. My dad worked in New York for 30 plus years, which is insane.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So you just love everything. Everything has its place in time
also,
and
it's
history.
so easy to navigate. Manhattan, you can never get lost. I don't think you can get lost in Manhattan. I think it's honestly impossible.
I think it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, like, it's so easy. So easy. Like, you just know, like, you got Grand Central, 42nd Street. You know where you are. Like, you want to go up and down, whatever. It's easy.
All right, good. All right, well, it's your turn now.
My turn.
That was a good answer. How different is it from anywhere that you've lived before? How
different? I mean, there's nothing like New York. You can't find it anywhere
So you're saying it is one of the reasons why you like it the most is because it is actually unique.
It's so unique. You can never. I don't care. You know what? Like, somebody can try to recreate New York. They wouldn't be able to do it.
Right.
You can't do it. It's impossible. It's literally impossible because of all the history there.
You're right.
It's honestly impossible to recreate a city like that.
Okay, I mean that sort of answer makes sense for somebody who's prideful of their own culture and things like that, because that means that you do care about your own history and whether it's your families or your people and things like that. So, that makes sense. That's really good.
You know.
I mean, what's your question for me now?
Alrighty. Well, let's see. I'm on a question for with you. Right. How do you like to spend your free time? Like when you're actually free and you can just sit down and relax. What do you like to do?
I have a lot of free time in my hands. So at home on a normal, like, because this is occasion right now because I'm visiting you, but okay, when I'm at home, I'd say what I do in my free time. I'll tell you what I do and what I would like to do.
Gotcha. Continue.
So what I do in my free time.
No, I'm talking about leisure, for your own leisure. That's what I'm talking about.
What do you mean, my own
like
leisure?
Leisure meaning like you're done with work, you don't need to work, you can relax for yourself now. Like
something that I just personally enjoy?
Yeah, like for me, I would probably go take a bubble bath. Okay, that's what I would do. Take a bubble bath and be happy.
So hypothetically, if I were to be doing all of the tasks that I wish to be doing,
yes,
that I feel like need to be done,
yes,
and then I dedicate some time purely for me to have fun.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, I would just play video games.
Lovely.
It's probably that simple.
Gotcha.
Are you satisfied with that answer?
Sure. I could have
know
said
what-
a billion different things.
No, I would play video games.
That would be one of my answers. Playing video games would probably be one of my answers.
I would talk with my friends.
Yeah.
Easy.
I would probably do some yoga maybe. Drink some tea, read a book, paint my nails. I love doing that, giving myself a little spa day. Going ice skating or roller skating. Going out to my favorite
that's fun
cafe.
as well.
Going out to my favorite cafe. I love the Modern Rose. If you're ever in South Florida,
I wouldn't call that
recommend.
Fun.
I love like going out with my family, like girls' nights with my cousins. The best thing ever.
Look, spending money isn't
Shopping. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God! Like, don't even get me started on shopping.
I feel spending money doesn't sound like a fun thing.
Alex is one cheap asshole.
I am one big asshole.
Yeah, continue.
One gaping. Yeah, I got you. What sort of misconceptions are there about modeling from your personal experience?
Oh, there's so many.
Okay, well, let's feel them off. Let's quick look. We're on 40 minutes now.
Yeah, we're doing this, okay?
Let's quick fire some stuff.
Well, one thing is that we don't eat. I eat a lot, so don't even get me started with that. I don't have a diet. Like people think I diet. I don't even work out, to be honest with you. Like a lot of
That's
people
genetics. That is lucky genetics.
Yeah.
Legitimately just lucky genetics.
But like a lot of my model friends also say the same thing. They're like, "Oh no, I just eat what I like. Like I don't. They don't. No one starves themselves in modeling."
I think it's because people like you who are naturally born, in a way where, I guess it'd be easier for you to fit the model lifestyle.
I guess, yeah.
Like there's other people like that are like, oh, being a model, it sounds pretty natural to me, and so that's why everybody else is always like.
I guess, I mean, like, people are really saying that I starve myself, which I don't. Like, no model that I have ever met, been around, in all the shows I've done, like, ever says that they starve themselves.
Yeah, and that like, if they do, then that's, like, stupid. That's
exactly. It's not necessary to do that at all.
Yeah.
Especially, like, at that point, the agency would even know. And the agency would not represent the model. They would take the model and they would like go get the model help. Like that is what an agency, like the agency would do that for a model. That they would tell them, you need to take a break. This is too much.
It's just you don't need to starve yourself to lose weight.
You don't need to do that at all.
You don't
It's
need to
ridiculous.
do that. So like for the people that do where like to the point where they feel very uncomfortable with the way that they're living their life. Then that's probably your personal fault.
That is true. Also, I feel like a huge misconception is that people think modeling is really easy. It's not. I mean, I have some days. I remember when I did Swim Week one year, it was 3 days. I had 3 shows back to back. Every day I had about 3 shows, and it was 3 nights that I was doing this. And I was staying actually in the area I'm staying right now, funny enough, and I would have to go to Miami, which is about an hour away, same distance as New York, like if I was in Jersey. So I had to wake up early to be there early because I had a 12 noon show, and then I had around like a 5 p.m. show, and then like around a 9 p.m. show. I wouldn't get home until maybe 2, 3 in the morning after all the pictures, all the press, all whatever happened, dinner, you know. And I'd wake up again around 7:30 in the morning, and I kept doing that for 3 nights straight. On the third night though, my God, I felt it. I was like, sleep deprivation just hit like that. I was like, I have reached my climax. That was it. I'm like, I have reached the limit that I can do, and I learned that about myself, that I can't push myself to the point of that's not good.
It's
that I can say no to a show. Like it's not a big deal if I'm like, you know what, that's too many shows in a day. But like I understand, because I'm like, I want to keep doing more. I want to keep doing more. I love what I do. And I just want to do it. Like make more money and more money and more money as I'm doing this, because of course I'm getting paid. So to the point, like 3 shows a day for 3 days straight is a lot, especially if you're waking up that early and you don't even sleep. It's a lot to do, especially because I was around 15, 16 when I did my first ever swim week.
Yeah.
So that was a lot. And it's photo shoots. Don't even get me started. About 6-hour days with heat. The lights are just, and the makeup is just, and the clothes are uncomfortable and sometimes big and you're pinned. And like you have to keep moving, and like sometimes they put you in these poses that literally break your back. I'm not kidding. Like there's this one pose, like it's literally just me like casually sitting on a chair, right? I'm not casually sitting on a chair. Don't be ridiculous. I am literally breaking my back sitting on a chair. So yeah.
Damn. It sounds like
Castings are also a big thing.
It sounds like that isn't a tremendous issue for male models, right? Because why would you need to be arching your back ever for a guy, you know? Because guys normally they have a more fuller frame.
Well.
Or am I wrong? Am I stupid?
Well.
What?
I can show you some male models on what they do and how they pose.
Okay.
But there's a lot of different type of modeling you can do, obviously.
No, yeah.
Especially in the male modeling section.
Why are you all weird?
But, but yeah, a lot of people think it's easy. It's not. A lot of people think it's not a real job. It is. I have to pay my taxes and do all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, it could be a full-time thing, honestly. If you were working every single day with this, it can be. So yeah, that's some fun misconceptions.
Okay.
Continue.
All right, then throw me one of your better questions.
I'm going down the line. Shut up.
No, one of your one of your better ones from the ones that you have left.
What was your first video game you ever played, and tell me about that experience?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually curious. I don't know your first video game. What was
You're
that?
genuinely curious about this.
Yes.
What was my first video game I ever played? Mm-hmm. Okay. Fuck.
Because I can tell you what was my first video game.
Okay, while I think about it, actually forget it. So.
What?
No.
Wait, hold on now.
I think Nicole's asking me because I happen to have like 300 games in my computer library, and
I know
I happen
my first video game
to own
was.
a lot of consoles with a big library for each of
May I
those.
please answer mine?
Answer your what? Your first
My
video
first
game?
video game, yeah.
What age were you when you played your first video game?
I was probably, this one was when I was, because I played this with my cousins in Greece, because they had a copy of it from my mom. It was a gift from my mom, and she gave them a Carmen Sandiego little computer game. Okay, we're talking about early 2000s. They had the discs that you'd put in the computer, okay, and like you would play and all of that stuff. And it was like a kind of geography type game of Carmen Sandiego. So fun fact, my mom back, like when she was younger, during that time, she was Carmen Sandiego. Like the voice of Carmen Sandiego. She was like the spokesmodel of Carmen Sandiego. Like they used to give her all the stuff for that because that's what she did at like the Javits Center, like different stuff like that when they first brought out Carmen. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so my cousins in Greece had Carmen Sandiego as a game, and we all sat in front of the computer. I remember it was like 3 of us sitting, and we were playing it together, and it was a lot of fun.
Okay. Got
It was
you.
a lot of fun.
Heard you. Oh my
And it was
Lord.
crazy hearing my mom's voice with that.
Right, yeah. So it was your mother's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Like for the character.
Yeah, on the video game.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty and your mother of all people who's so a bit behind with
Yes.
with technology. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I think it'd be funny to try voice acting and stuff like that for anything.
I want to try that
Definitely
so
because
bad.
I like one of the things I want to do is video game development. Mm-hmm. And in the course that I'm in for it, you actually like there's a section where you like actually have to voice act for the game, and it shows you like, say, if you don't have a microphone, if you don't have like a space where there's not a lot of noise or whatever. There's even like a little tutorial about how like you can just go in your closet, put a blanket over you, and take any old microphone, so that it like creates this sort of space where, you know, there's no echo, there's no whatever. Yeah. It drowns out all the sound. You could really use any microphone if you just go in your closet and like curl up in a ball with a blanket over you.
My question.
You just like talking to it and you're voice acting. Not like I just thought that was interesting.
Very interesting. Shall we continue?
I think okay. I don't remember what my very first video game was.
No, not good enough.
I don't remember because my childhood it's a bit of a blur. I don't remember it that well.
Okay.
What I can tell you.
I remember everything.
What I can tell you is, I remember my earliest time playing video games. Mm-hmm. It was on the DS playing Super Mario Bros. It was on the Wii. I think my first game on the Wii was Kung Fu Panda.
Oh my! My first game on the Wii was Just Dance.
Wait, but before I had a Wii, I think I had a GameCube before I had a Wii. Actually, I think. So on the GameCube, it was things like Super Mario Sunshine. I think there might have been a Sonic game on there, and I also, like, one of my earliest consoles was a PS2. I was playing a lot of Guitar Hero, and I was playing God of War with my dad, and yeah, so just mix all those together: Mario, God of War.
Gotcha.
Guitar Hero, Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda.
That's
well, what we've got for me is games2girls.com, Pop Tropica, Wizard 101, Carmen Sandiego, Just Dance, and Mario Kart.
Gotcha.
Were like my first ever like little games that I used to play. Oh, and Jumpstart. No, wait.
No, we're not gonna get into Jumpstart. It's just a stupid fucking
and
online
Web
thing.
Kids. Wait, and Club Penguin.
Okay.
And like Hollywood World. It's like Star Hollywood or.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Okay.
Nobody. All right. You're the only person in the world who probably knows what the fuck any of that means.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
My next question is, what's more thrilling, the airplane runway, or the fashion runway?
Is he serious right now?
I'm serious.
That's two completely different things.
What's more thrilling? What's more?
Well, you see.
What triggers more nerves in you? What gets you more?
Because I am in a fucking plane that I'm flying.
Yelling. This microphone can handle that shit.
Okay. You know, when I have to land it or do anything, my life can be on the line. So I don't know. Maybe a fucking plane?
You know what? You say that now. But when you get your pilot license and when you've had a lot of experience on planes and you feel comfortable and you can fly one without an instructor, maybe your answer might change. Because you're saying now it's very exciting because now you're like, yeah, you're painfully aware of how dangerous it is because you're starting out. But maybe later you're going to be like more used to it.
Sure.
All right, whatever. I thought it was a nice question.
It was a fantastic question. Oh my lord, fan-freaking-tastic.
All
right.
Like you heard how I like said the runway part because like.
Yeah. Yes, Alex. All right. So I want you to tell me about your sense of style and what would be an Alex Batista outfit. Like I want you to like. Okay. You just dropped the microphone.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't drop shit.
Okay.
Well, here's the outfit I'm wearing right now, right?
Also, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Right? Boom, 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 boom. It's just an Armani sweatshirt that my sister got me.
T-shirt.
Mm-hmm. That my sister got me. I think it might have been last Christmas.
She did, yes.
Yeah.
That's where you also got the Armani sweater.
That's where I got the Armani sweater too, and that's probably what I was thinking about just a moment ago, but. Yeah, the Alex outfit, I would say it's probably what I wore when we took pictures out the other day, I'll pull it up on the screen. White button down.
Alex is a classy man. He likes to dress classy.
With like a blue sketch pattern, like high ankle pants.
Yeah.
With a brown belt, and then my brown loafers.
Yeah.
I felt like a sexy sailor. I did, honestly, and it felt very classic. It felt classy.
Classy.
It felt a bit formal, and I felt really good. I would say that, and I would also say stuff like I'm wearing right now. I like wearing jeans, and I like wearing. See, this shirt in particular, I'm really.
But
happy.
what's your sense of style, right?
My sense of style.
Like, if you were gonna say, okay, my style is blank. Like, I would say, for example, for me, I would say, okay, my style is classy, mixed in with also like I like to dress real classy, but I like to look sexy at the same time. But classy, sexy.
All right. Well, let me tell you something. All right.
But comfortable too.
I like class. I like looking like a gentleman. I like looking like a guy. See, because like I'm Dominican.
Yeah.
And I live in a very minority neighborhood. A very color people neighborhood. I like dressing like a privileged man.
Yeah.
I like dressing like the white man walking down the red carpet.
Got you. Okay.
You know what I mean?
I like to dress.
But
like I came out of a Vogue magazine from Italia, basically, or France. That's my essential style.
Okay.
Like a lot of that.
All right.
I love that.
Yeah. Where I want to go is definitely modern, sexy, sort of quirky, my own spin.
He wants to look gay, everyone.
Pirate. I want to be a pirate.
He wants to be gay.
I want to be a pirate.
No, it's gay.
I want to be a gay-looking pirate.
There we go.
There, but not actually gay, because people assume I'm gay. People assume I'm homosexual, which is nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong at all.
I just wish I wasn't.
Love is love, everyone. And love is beautiful.
Excuse me?
Okay.
I just wish I wasn't mischaracterized.
Yeah.
Because people think I'm gay, Arab, and 21 years old.
Not true
when
at
I'm
all.
I'm actually straight, Dominican, 17 years old.
Yeah. A lot of people think I'm older or Russian.
They think you're Arab too?
No, Russian. I get Russian a lot.
No.
Which I don't really understand.
Anyways, I want to dress like a pirate. I want to wear high heels. Because here's the thing, I feel okay.
But you need to specify what type of high heels, because you saying high heels, everyone's thinking stilettos right now. Okay.
Okay, I'm not talking about stilettos.
Put a picture of what you're talking about.
I'll put a picture up of what I'm talking about, but I'm talking about high heels where it's like a full boot sort of thing. It's like filled in, right? But here's the thing, the reason why I want to hear me out. Transition into more feminine wear, because I feel. Because I look like a masculine dude, I would look good in clothing that tends to lean a bit more feminine sometimes. I'm not saying I want to wear a dress or skirt. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying wearing things like, say, those high heels, or wearing, like, say, like a woman's belt, or women's jewelry and things like that. Like stuff like that, I think, leaning a bit more feminine that way, because I look very masculine. I think it complements me very well. That's why the TikTok boys who look like feminine dudes, because they were born that way, right? Which there's no issue with that. But when you are born looking a bit more feminine, as a guy, when you're born and you look a bit more feminine, I feel like you shouldn't pile on clothes that are feminine, because then you look like I'm above everybody and everything, because I look like a sexy girl man.
What the fuck? Why did I ask that question? Like, I regret that question more than anything.
That's how I feel TikTok boys. That's how I feel TikTok boys are.
Oh my god.
That's the sort of vibe I get from them, because they were born looking
Little
a bit
Huddy's
feminine.
gonna come after
They were born
us.
looking a bit, which is fine, but then they put on feminine clothes. I feel like they should wear masculine
Great.
stuff. It'll complement really well.
Great. Where were we?
Look, the listeners get what I'm saying. They get what I'm saying. They
No,
get
they
what
do
I'm saying.
not.
You get what I'm saying.
What's your next question, you big ding dong?
I'm not a big ding dong, but I do have a big ding dong. So, what attracts you the most about being successful? Nicole, is it the money, the popularity, the freedom? Is there a certain thing that you want to do with your success? What attracts you?
I want to be so successful that if I wanted to take a flight to France just for the heck of it, I could.
Just for the hell of it?
For the hell of it. I want to be able to have that
fucking shit of it?
I want to be able to have that freedom to be able to be like,
It's freedom.
I can do whatever at this point, and I can do so much to also help people, to be able to like really help people, and also just
So freedom
to be able to just really just enjoy life at its fullest, to see everything I could possibly see around the world and enjoy different cultures, help people who are in need, like all of that. And also if I wanted to wake up one day and be like, I want to create a lingerie line, I could, because I'd have the money and resources to be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have the experience, probably.
Absolutely. What does art mean to you?
What does art mean to me?
Yeah, what does it mean?
You're asking the worst person this question. Well, what this question would reveal more than anything probably wouldn't be my perspective on art, but my perspective on everything but art, because even though this is a sort of art, fashion, business podcast.
He knows nothing about anything, okay? That's what I'm trying to bring out here.
I know a lot about certain things, just not, like I mentioned earlier, I'm not a creative guy. When I look at a painting, it's more I think about what went into it than how it is in the finished product, because the finished I never understand the finished product. When it comes to any sort of art piece, whether it's a poem or a painting or a song, even depending on the song, I never really understand the finished product. I can't look at it and feel anything for it or appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
What I think about is how it got there, not what it is, because I'm more interested in the person behind what it is. And for Pine Street, our business, our first artist, our first designer is my friend Ariel. And when it comes to his drawings, yeah, I think they're really cool. I think they look nice, but I don't appreciate it probably as much as the next person would. From a perspective of like, I love looking at art. I like looking at this. It makes me, whatever. Rather than that, I like thinking of what's going on through my friend's head when he makes this.
Got you. I can definitely understand that, and I can definitely see what you're seeing with that. Like with me, when I look at art, what it means to me is like someone's honest like soul went into this. Mm-hmm. Like when somebody creates something, that is their blood, their sweat, their tears. It's like their life pouring out on a page, whatever it is.
I guess it depends on the painting. Some
yeah,
could just doodle.
That's true, but also you've got like that's still like their sense of like that is still like the way they do things.
Uh-huh.
Their movements created that. But like if you look at like a piece of like Van Gogh, everyone knows how depressed he was. Like a lot went through his head when he painted some things. Yeah. Like Starry Night, his brush strokes, everything. You can tell.
Van Gogh said, "My ear."
Like I love going to MoMA, the modern.
I don't like going to MoMA. See, like that's an example. I don't like MoMA. I think it's boring.
I love MoMA. I can go there almost every weekend because I just think the art and paintings there are just so beautiful.
See, I think MoMA is boring, but I think it's important. Like it's an important museum.
It's a very important museum. You have the first depiction of
I appreciate its existence.
Yeah.
Like yeah. So do you want to keep going?
I think we're good. We've been going for a while. I think maybe we should.
Do you think people have a good enough idea of
I think you guys really understand us at this point of the way we are.
Do you actually?
I think so. Yeah. One more question gonna do in my opinion? I feel like they've gotten to know us. I mean, these people literally just traveled with me to all the places I moved.
Okay.
Okay, everyone, so we're going to cut right here, and I hope you guys enjoyed your time with us, chilling with us, vibing with us, whatever you're doing with us. I don't care. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will be back, because, we're still on that train going to Manhattan. It's going to be a long-ass ride.
Oh, figuratively.
A real long ride.
Okay. I was like, I know I'm not in a train. This is your living room.
It's Nicole, my living room.
Take your medication.
It's a very fancy train.
You schizophrenic woman. Anyways. Manhattan bound.
Manhattan
Bye
bound.
bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed listening, please give the podcast a follow and check out our clothing brand, pinestreet.store. That's pinestreet.store. You can type that in right onto your URL bar. And if you want to follow us personally, all of the links are in the description if you're watching on YouTube. But if you're not, you can follow Nicole at NickyNicole1204 on Instagram. That's at NIKI Nicole1204 on Instagram, or Nicky Nicole on YouTube. And you can follow me, ALE_X Batista on Instagram, or Alex Batista on YouTube. Alright guys, thank you so much, and see you on the next pod.